Welcome everybody to the Wolter Woods Prairies. I'm Dr. Gerald Zuercher, a member of the science faculty at the University of Dubuque, and I have the honor and privilege of being the Wolter Woods Prairie's first director. The Wolter Woods Prairies is 121 acres of forest, prairie, some gardens. We acquired the Wolter Woods Prairies from the Wolter family. We've been working out here as a science department with the Wolter family for over 10 years, doing research projects, helping them with different projects on their property. And when the time came for them to look for somebody to acquire their property, they looked to us first. We're really fortunate that we were able to get this property and turn it into the resource that it's going to be, and that it will continue to be into the future. A place for learning, a place for inspiration, a place for good stewardship, a place for us to really live out our university mission. So we're standing here in the middle of the Dutch Prairie. This is our showcase pollinator prairie. The Wolter family, when they established this prairie, they really focused on wildflowers. And during the growing season and the flowering season, this prairie transforms from blues and whites and purples to yellows and oranges, and it's just a spectacular transition to watch and to monitor. In all of our prairies, we are monitoring for bumblebee diversity. And so we have transects located throughout. We associate those bumblebees with the flowers that they're on when we find them. This is one of the places that we have successfully found the rusty patch bumblebee, which is an endangered species. This past year, we also found the American bumblebee, which is a threatened species. So we know that these prairies are good, healthy environments because they're promoting species that are sensitive and rare. We have other prairies on the property. This is the showcase prairie. On the west side of the property is Memorial Prairie, and that's really our research prairie. We have it divided into 5 sections. We burn them differently. They are set up for experiments. Our faculty come out, they bring students. We can compare areas that are not burned with areas that are burned. We can compare spring burn with fall burn, annual burn with 2, 4, 8-year burns. We have a whole mix of experiments that we can follow through over time and really just let the students see for themselves how these different management strategies impact the prairie from top to bottom, the plant composition all the way down to what's in the soil microbiome. So a lot of things happening out here in the prairies. That's why we are the Wolter Woods Prairies, is that we have amazing forests, but we also have some gorgeous prairies. This is our inaugural Salsa garden, which was a joint collaborative project between the Wolter Woods Prairies, an idea that Eric Nye, our environmental specialist, and I developed. We brought in Chef Andy and the cafeteria. We involved Josh Chamberlain, UD's sustainability coordinator, and he managed to go out and get support from student government and from the seminary, who funded an intern who came out, Danielle Postma, to really coordinate and manage what happened with the garden. And it has just been a tremendous success this first year. Culminated in a big salsa event on campus. And we're really looking forward to what will happen with this in the future as we build on this idea as kind of the keystone of our entire community garden project. All right, so now we're at the kind of leading edge of our community garden project. It was an opportunity to engage members of the UD community in really a summer of fun, coming out, growing things, anything they wanted, sharing ideas with each other, and it runs from here all the way around to along the edge of our prairie. And we saw a range of gardens this year. We saw a master gardener come in and create a work of art. We saw pure productivity, just get as much out of it as you can. We saw our interns learn how to grow something for the first time. So it was just a really neat project, really great to watch the collaboration and to really see that sense of community building. Of course, we're in late September, so the gardens are getting to the end. We're ready to kind of put them to bed. But midsummer produce, I can't tell you how many tomatoes and peppers and squashes have been picked out of these gardens this summer. It's just been amazing. You see here is our orchard. This was a project that the Wolter family started to produce raspberries, pears, apples. What we've done is come in and redone a fence to try to keep deer out so that we get the produce and not the deer. We will share a little bit every now and then. But we've also been fortunate to have a big donation this year from Dr. Roseanne Wolf, who brought in another 8 trees for our orchard of cherries and pears and apples. And so our goal in this area is to kind of have a little area of kind of cultivated fruit production that's in the middle of our prairies. And one of the advantages of this is if you look in the back, you'll see we have some beehives. Bees are going to be an important pollinator that can benefit from fruit flowers early and then take advantage of our prairies during the summer and in the fall. So these orchards could become a really important source of food and energy for our bees in that late spring, early summertime when they're flowering. Here we are in our outdoor gathering space. It's a space of many names depending on its users. Our seminary has used the space as a sanctuary. We've used it as an outdoor classroom. It's a place that organizations could come out and have as a meeting location. It was chosen by Mary Wolter because of the view on the river. It's a spectacular overlook here, and it gives us an opportunity to kind of come out and immerse ourselves in this natural world that we're in. There'll be birds flying by, there'll be birds calling, there'll be butterflies coming through. This time of year in the fall, leaves will come down as we're here. So it's going to be a beautiful way to immerse ourselves in both a learning environment, an educational environment, a social environment, and then the natural environment. Okay, so what you see here is a bench that is made by one of our Wolter Woods and Prairie's interns. We're very fortunate every summer to have Butler Fellows who come out and do land management internships at the Wolter Woods and Prairies. As part of that internship, they get access and exposure to the entire property. And at the end of their internship, one of the culminating activities is that they go out, they find their own design, and they build a bench, and then they can locate it anywhere on the property. This particular bench was built in 2021 by our intern, Max Snowden. And he particularly liked this spot looking over the Mississippi River. So he located his bench here for all of the future visitors to the property to come and sit and enjoy the view that he liked so much. So the Wolter Woods and Prairies is a great place for hiking. We have many miles of hikeable paths, either cart paths that we maintain for our management purposes, but also footpaths that we don't have carts on, but we do maintenance to make sure that they're available so that people can get out here and find them. In the future, our goals are going to be doing things like signage so that you always know where you are, naming some of the trails so that you can follow along on some maps, maybe adding a few more trails just to increase some access and connectivity. So the hiking system is a work in progress, but it's already an amazing asset and resource for us here. I want to just thank everybody for coming on this short tour of the Wolter Woods and Prairies. We hope you enjoyed what you saw today. We hope it inspires you, that it makes you want to come out and see more of it on your own. Of course, we always want you to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, kind of see what we're doing. Let us know what you think. Give us some ideas. We love to get some feedback and to communicate with everybody that's got an interest in our Wolter Woods and Prairies property. So the Wolter Woods and Prairies is such a unique and special place in its own right, but especially so when you think about that it's part of the University of Dubuque, that it's part of our mission now to care for, steward this place, and to incorporate the community, the Spartan community out here to learn, to grow, to embrace the natural world. So I want to thank you again for coming along on a little journey. Hope to see you out here. And remember, it's always a great day to be a Spartan, especially at the Wolter Woods and Prairies.